You know, and that sun looks so nice on the 4,000 nit display. But when you mastered it down to 100 nits, the sun's clipped. And no amount of stretching is going to bring back detail that's no longer there. And that's the problem with a lot of the techniques that are being displayed. So I guess that would be a general comment I make. Anyone want to kind of talk in general terms?
Well, just the thing I would say is that I get from the consumer side a desire to use the fancy new shiny display that you've got and see all the dynamic range that's there. But if we just come back to creative intent, an image the director's never seen is not preserving the creative intent, and it's very that simple.
Okay.
On the subject about white color gamut, I agree that white color gamut we haven't discussed much. It is.
You see, I'm from the Caribbean, so I need my white color gamut.
You want your sign.
So one of the things about mastering first on in P3 and then trying to do a white color gamut trim, that's a significant challenge because it's hard to do. I don't know. You're graded at Rec 709 and on P3. Is that?
Well, in animation on Inside Out, the content was produced in Rec 709, graded to P3, and then regraded to almost 2020, and that was relatively straightforward.
Okay.
But a lot of that has to do with exactly how you set that pipeline up. And for us, that included a step that is technically straightforward, but not everyone does, which is to be able to essentially plunk your Rec 709 content in a 2020 container and have it look exactly correct with all the nominal grade that you've done preserved, and then go from there.
Well, and just let me add, I mean, you made the comment as if HDR, meaning contrast ratio, and white color gamut are somewhat orthogonal, and they're not.
No, but you guys are showing a very clear preference towards the...
No, actually, this group is all about the widest color primaries, which define the white color gamut. Rec 2020 is the best we know how to do today.
I saw Batman. Batman was barely within 709 color space. It had incredible black level details. I mean, did you see Batman? Did you stay for the presentation?
I saw Batman.
How did Star Wars look?
I didn't see it.
Star Wars looked awesome.
Star Wars is the poster child for white color gamut. You have no, you got.
Have you seen Inside Out?
And Inside Out, you saw the clip where they actually went to the limit of 2020 to tell the story. And I think the answer to your question is, from a technology perspective, we're all for the largest color volume. So when you make the whites go up and you make the primaries go out, you've got a bigger palette to tell a story. What creatives do with it is up to the creatives. But
that's the thing, is creatively you can do whatever you want. I mean, the Tomorrowland, Brad probably pushed the grades on the HDR much more than the P3 than any other movie I've done. Some other movies, I mean, the HDR, like that was saying, it kind of looks like the Rec 709 or the P3 version. They kind of have this very muted palette, and we don't take advantage of the full dynamic range. It really depends on the movie that you have. Creatively, the director may feel, hey, in this, I've got a color space this wide as opposed to this. I'm going to take advantage of this down here. I'm going to take advantage of this, or I can go like this with it. It just allows you to have just more creative freedom to tell your story that you want. That's the main thing that it offers.
I don't want to get sidetracked by the point, but I think it's interesting to see that Tomorrowland and Inside Out use a Dolby Vision process in very different ways. Tomorrowland predominantly used the extended dynamic range and occasionally the ability to go dark. Inside Out predominantly